Hi, everyone. Look at you guys all here. Okay, so I'm a minute early. Yay. Okay, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Let's jump into tonight. There's so much going on. Um, I'm trying so hard to get my lighting so that it's not in my eyes. I feel like it makes me not be able to see. I feel like it's so bright, and I know I futz with it. I was trying to get the right word out. Futz. Haven't heard that word in a long time. I really do need new lighting. Like, I don't know. Actually, that's not so bad. It's not hurting my eyes. Ooh, turn. Why is that one? Is it this one that's look at that. That works. Right? Do you think that works? That works. Oh, I like it. This one's still too bright. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm in a tent. Go crazy. Look, and it makes my glasses, because I have that thing on them to make them go. Oh my gosh, that was so weird. Okay, I have to read all the comments, so let's get into this. Look, it's making me feel like I'm getting sunglasses. Oh, you just heard me, right? Miss Bella. Okay. Hi, Miss Janet. How are you? We've got Jen in the house. We have Miss Melissa. Hi, sweet lady. Love to see you guys all here. Hi, Miss Robin. Oh, look at you guys. I know. I get mushy gushy with you. We got Jess in the house. We got Miss Wendy from the West Coast. Okay. Look at you guys. So, Butterflies is Jess and Wendy is West Coast, in case you wanted to try to remember their names. It takes me a while, so that's okay. It's a washout here in the Northeast. I don't know about you all, but it's a washout here. So much going on. You're packing stuff and getting ready to have a yard sale. TJ and John would be there tomorrow if you said that. They'd be there. It was a washout here. It's still a washout. It's not telling me. It's 53 degrees, and my heater is on under the desk. My feet are freezing. I feel like I have something on my glasses. Hi, Miss Chrissy. How are you? You're decluttering? Actually, look, I have a thermal on. Slow and steady, right? Slow and steady. Love that. Hi, Miss Lisa. How are you? All right, we got Karen, Little Green Cottage, and let me think about your name. Carol. Carol? Did I get that right? I think I got that right. Please forgive me. Please, if I did not. Look who's here. Hi, Miss Shaw. And please give Michelle a big hug from me. Please give her Karen's Little Green Cottage. But is this Carol? I think that's Carol. I'll get to it. Shaw, you were missed. So is Michelle. Michelle did reach out to me yesterday. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for reaching out to me, because I was concerned about you ladies. Hi, Miss Linda. Mwah. How are you? And here's my girl. I have to tell you, I love you all. I love all your pictures. But that picture right there, I'm like, I think when I see her picture, Lilane, I go, we could be hanging out like I don't know, girls' weekend away, and be like, yeah, so what's going on? You good? I'm good. You good? What are you going to do? Are you going to get up and eat something? You want to get me a soda? This is how, when I look at her picture, this is what I think, that we're hanging out. See how I want to bring us all together. Hi, Mr. Jason. Oh, look at you guys. I love it. I love it. I love to laugh. You know that. Thank you, my friend. Miss Laura Bell. Love it. Go hang out with friends. And honestly, you were on my mind today. So thanks for popping in. Thank you. It stopped raining by you. It's not stopped raining here. And all John keeps saying is this. He's like, keeps raining. All I'm going to do is mow. All I'm going to do is mow. But it's good for the farmers, he keeps saying. So, hi, Miss Robin Hawkins. Look at you guys. So tomorrow, I did put out a family group chat. And I said, I have one of those indoor grills. I think, I forget the Works. Maybe it's a Works grill. Indoor grill. It's not big. And I said, I sent out a family text. I'm like, you guys want to do indoor barbecue? And they're like, yeah. So 12 o'clock tomorrow, hamburgers, hot dogs, some chicken, and just some salads. And we're going to do that. Wow. It's been freezing here. Oh, it's quiet there. Okay. You guys had it too. Yes. Hi, Miss Ash. How are you? So, all right, we got lots to go over. And if you guys have questions, spit them out. This week was chaotically busy. And then it was, it feels like it was weeks ago for me. And I feel like, I don't know, I got so much. So the pool, we had the pool problem, right? Pool problem this week, and the ups and downs of all that, getting that. But what you guys don't know is that we left here Friday. I'll start with Friday morning. Well, Thursday night. I went and got my hair cut. So for a second, I'm not loving how she cut it. I'm actually a little upset, and I'm not going to get into it. It's so darn choppy. It's ridiculous. No, I'm not even going there. So anyways, got my hair cut on Thursday, and she's a family friend. And I'm going to find a nice way to say, what were you thinking? And she's been cutting usually she's on point. But I will tell you this, when I walked into the salon that day, she was very grouchy. And she's like, I'm tired and I'm grouchy and I'm tired. And she kept telling me that. And I'm like, I felt it. So anyways, Thursday night, getting ready because I set my alarm clock for 4:15 Friday morning. I don't know why, and if you guys can tell me, that would be awesome. I have a Galaxy. Set it for 4:15. It rang, but there was no sound, so I never heard it. I wanted to walk out the door by 5:30. I woke up at 5 o'clock. I grabbed John. And I'm like, get up. We have 30 minutes before we have to walk out the door. That means shower. Thank God, shower and grab a couple of things and run out that door. And we drove down to Suffolk County, Long Island, to go to his 9/11 physical. And I want to just talk about that for a second. We'll say hi to the people that came in, but I want to ask, because I had a hard time with this one. You have? We have to catch up. We have to catch up. And I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. And welcome, Kelly. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You guys are awesome. Look at this. Hi, Miss Symphony. How are you? And we got the Queen's budget in the house. Anne-Marie? Just curious, did you get my text message last night? Just wondering. Okay. So the 9/11 World Trade Center monitoring is a once a year kind of physical. They give you a lung x-ray, they take some blood, and they go over a couple of memory loss questions and things like that. We go down. We've been going down every year, and we're going down there. And I say to John, because I drive, and I said to him, do me a favor, and I'm going to put his name out there, and he'd be okay with it. Flynn. Flynn's one of our best buddies from the police department. He is a liaison guy, right? He is our PBA delegate. He's one of my best friends. And if he's up here, he'll message me. And if I'm down there, I'll say, spur of the moment, what do you got going on? So I said to John, message Flynn, tell him that we're heading in. I'm driving, call my cell because my phone's connected to the car. John doesn't text him. John Facebook's messages him. So all of a sudden my car phone rings and Flynn's like, Donna, he goes, I never look at Facebook messages. Something told me to look at it today. So we're going over. He goes, what are you doing down here? And I was like, I've got the 9/11 physical and then we have the wedding. So he's like, all right. He says, I might be able to meet you tonight for dinner. Great. Love it. Love it. Love it. And then he goes, how come you coming down here for this physical? I said, 2 reasons. John still has one more sister here, down here. But I said, last time I tried to, this is the moral of this story. Last time I tried to switch locations, they basically told me I could not for John, right? And he goes, what? And I said, yeah. He says, oh, no. He says, I will get you in touch with somebody that will get you. And then he goes, hold on a second. Now, he is a troubleshooter. Like for everybody in life, he's that guy. You call him, he's going to have 5 different answers to help you get your scenario taken care of, if not 10. So he goes, hold on a second. And then I go, I can actually hear you thinking. He goes, yeah. Give me a second. He goes, Don, and if any of you are upstate people, he goes, Suffering, there's a place right in Rockland County. Why are you coming all the way down here? Why are you doing this to yourselves? And I was like, exactly. I said, because the older we get, the more we don't want to make our way into that city. It's just too congested, too crazy. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. So now we're in this room, and you get a nurse, you get a nurse practitioner, you get a social worker, you get a dietitian, you get all this. And I say to one of them, oh, and by the way, we're looking to change locations. You had to see her face. It dropped. And I went, here we go. And this is my take, and I don't know if I'm 100% right, but I believe this. I believe that my husband is a number, and that he's a number, and if they lose him, they lose funding, and they don't want you to leave. So it was almost personal to this woman that I said, we want to transfer. And she's like, if you go, I forget what she called it. She's like, they don't have the same clinical areas. You're gonna have to go to this one to get that one to get this. And I'm thinking, no, I don't think that's what. In my head, I'm going, that's not what Flynn told me. So I go, okay. So she's like, I'm gonna get someone to talk to you. And I'm sitting there going, I'm sure you are. So woman comes in, and I finally have to throw my cards on the table. I go, listen, on my way down here, I spoke to a PBA delegate, which is a Patrolman Benevolent Association delegate. I said, they told us that you have a facility in Rockland County, just like this one. And that's a heck of a lot closer for us. It's actually on my side of the Tappan Zee Bridge, so we don't even have to cross a bridge now. And she goes, hold on one second. She goes, yeah, we do. It would be the same as this. She goes, are you sure you want to go that way? You know, we have this here and we have all these records here. And then you know what they told me? They said, okay, if this is what you want to do, and this is the way they're talking to me, I wouldn't do it right now. I would wait like 10 months. And now my brain's working even harder. I go, 10 months? You want me to forget to transfer? So I go, oh yeah, why is that? She says, because if you transfer from here and now you're now assigned to them, they're going to say that you were not seen by them, and they won't give John his CPAP equipment or his medicine. And I'm sitting there going, I wish I had my muck boots on. So you're going to tell me that you are a World Trade Center funded medical facility and that there are these locations, but you're not going to say to this location, yeah, we just saw him. This is what he's approved for. You're not umbrellaed? So I left there so upset and so mad that I felt like this. This is exactly how I felt. I felt like we were in a timeshare selling thing. I felt like that's what we were in. And no matter what, they weren't going to give us, like they weren't going to let us go. So she's like, all right, I'll give you the paperwork. You fill it out and mail it back and we'll start the transfer process. But I wouldn't do it for 10 months. So then we have to go to a checkout window. And John had to use the restroom. So I'm like, go, I'll take care of it. Stand there, the guy says to me, so when do you want to make your next appointment? I go, no. And we literally left and we got in the car and I said to John, I'm so riled up. Like it riled me to my core. So that was that. And then we wound up at Jones Beach and John got to metal detect. That was that. So let me go back and see who's here. And thank you for letting me get that out. Miss Anne Marie. And this, you know what? Hi, Miss Tina V. How are you? Look at you guys. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm going to come through and just see everybody. Miss Jean, how are you? Wait, I didn't say. Just a Chick Budgets. Hi, Miss Bobby. Mwah. Long time no see. I love it that when you're here. Hi, Miss Jean. Look at you guys. It's like a little reunion here. It's always a lovely welcome when you come in here. Now, Miss Emily, Leela Budgets, her little one took a little bit of a fall. So she's not going to jump in tonight, even though she jumps in for a little bit. So if you guys could just keep Miss M in her littles in a prayer, that would be awesome. She's doing fine, but you know, whenever a little one knocks their noggin, you get a little nervous. Miss Christine is here. Hi, my friend. I was actually thinking about you the other day too. When I drive, I get into a think tank mode and I think so many different things while I'm driving, which is a great thing. Hi, Miss Meg. How are you? Bingo. Bingo, my friend. Bingo. Yep. So I truly believe I was justified in my grouchiness. Yes, and yes. And I'm ready. Like, this is what kind of irks me, and I want to use the word sucks. That every time I turn around, something is challenging me and what I want to accomplish. And I feel like that's just how I'm feeling. I do. Right? Look at you go, my friend. Yep. Right, exactly. But see, one is Stony Brook Medical. So the one out in Suffolk County. So if I have any of my New Yorkers here, the one in, and you could probably look this up, the one in Comac is where we went. That's under Stony Brook. It used to be Mount Sinai. Everything used to be Mount Sinai. And then they tell me that the one in Rockland is Mount Sinai. So Stony Brook is running this one, but Mount Sinai is running this one. And, you know, you're all still supposed to be taking care of your 9/11 first responders. Are you kidding me? And I think what makes me crazy is you're putting a number to a person and a dollar amount. So anyway, yeah, that was that. Oh, Bella, come. I have not, because we literally left there Friday and today's Sunday. So I left there Friday. We went to the beach. John got to metal detect. I got to speak to Mama Bear for a little bit while John metal detected. Then we went to Famous Dave's. And if anybody follows me on Instagram, I'm not sure if you do, another one of the police department's PBA delegates died. And he was an acquaintance, but he was a really good friend of Flynn. And Flynn couldn't meet me Friday night because he was with the family making all the arrangements. So I didn't even want to start that process. So that happened on Friday. So it was a little bit crazy. And then from the beach, John and I went to Famous Dave's because that makes John extremely happy. Hi, Zippy do. Oh, Zippy, you're wet. It's raining out. Sorry, bud. And then from Famous Dave's, we walked around Target. I'm not a Target person. Are you guys Target people? Target, I don't love everything that's in there. We grabbed some things and we headed over to the hotel that we were staying at, which was, if you guys are familiar, we were in Port Washington, Roslyn area. So it was really nice. We were going to meet up with John's family, but they all wound up with stomach viruses and they're like, don't come near us. And John's like, I'm not. So we got to the hotel, we got to rest, and then there was a gathering at 6:00, and we went and hung out with the bridal party and my old partner. We had a great night Friday. And then Saturday, he was literally, I think, like 2 miles from the beach on the North Shore. So John took the car and I had a couple of hours to myself in the room, which worked out perfectly for me. And then we got ready and got dressed and we went to the wedding. And I'll give you like the chunkiest parts. Like my old partner, his wife was my girlfriend first. And we worked together, he and I. We were not partners at the time. He comes into work one day, he goes, you and I have a friend in common. I go, who's that? And he's like, Marianne. I go, yeah. He goes, I'm dating her. And I was like, oh. So then fast forward, they get married. They have 2 boys and all good, right? All great. And their son, I will, let's see if I can show you guys this. So if you guys can see, I don't know how good that's going to come out. That's the 4 of us. That's me, my old partner, his wife, and Johnny. And their son is now a police officer. And I haven't seen these boys probably in like 10 years. So Chris is the police officer. He comes up to me, hugs me, and I tell him how proud I am of him. And he started asking me questions about like him and his father and I, as partner. And then he turns around and he goes, I want to introduce you to my partner. And he goes running on the dance floor and he brings back this girl. And he whispers in her ear and then she just hugs me. And they're partners. So he's like, I have a female partner. Just, it was like such a great moment. And she's also retired service. So I was so proud of this young girl. And it was a quick meeting of, hey, nice to meet you. So proud of you. And then she went back. But by the end of the night, she made sure she came over and said goodbye and that it was a pleasure meeting me. And like such a great connection. Wedding was beautiful. I had a wonderful food. Food was amazing. Top notch. Unfortunately, it was raining, so the wedding had to be brought inside instead of being outside. But it was so nice and I said this to Stu, it was so nice to be a part of this. Like he was here for TJ's. They were here for TJ's. But to be in each other's life still as our children are now taking those steps as adults is killing us, but we're still together on this journey as friends. And that, I always say this, I have been blessed with the best friends in the world. And, like I said, Marion, all of a sudden her mother walks through the door and she's like, Donna. And then at the wedding on the dance floor, Marion's sister's like, is that Donna? Is that Donna? Oh my God, I haven't seen Donna. And it was so, it's like going home. It truly is. Can you please put your butt down? Put your butt down. So anyway, then this is the best. So I wanted to come home so bad, right? So all of a sudden, I open my eyes and I look at the clock this morning and it's like 8:45. I go like this. I go, hey. He goes, what? I go, you think we could get on the road by 9? He's like, what time is it? I go, 8:45. He goes, yeah. And we both got up and we got everything packed and we were out the door by 9 and on my way north. And because it was raining and nobody was doing anything for Memorial Day, I got home and north in like no problems at all. It was a blessing in disguise. So my weekend, in a nutshell, the wedding's over. I'm home. Life is good. And I'm back in here, right? Back in here. I did work on the book because I told you I had that amazing window of opportunity while John was metal detecting. And now when you read this book, if you want to read this book, when I do this book, you're going to be able to understand the progression of where I've been and where I've come to and how I've wound up here. And I'll give you this aha moment for me. We had breakfast. We're sitting there on chairs in the lounge area. And he kept saying he wanted to go to Jones Beach. And he's like, all right. We lived on Long Island. We lived in Nassau County. That's where we lived. That's where we raised our boys for the portion, right? So now we're in Port Washington, Roslyn area. And all of a sudden we're sitting there. He's like, well, how far is the beach? And I look at him and he really doesn't have a concept. And I go, okay. He's like, how long will it take for me to get there? So I'll give you the exact numbers, right? I'll pull up Waze and I'll get you there. And I'm like, it's going to take you 30 minutes. 30 minutes? I don't want to drive 30. Are you coming with me? No. And then I was like, give me a second. And I'm on the North Shore. There's got to be a beach. I've got to find something, right? Because I'm a South Shore girl. I'm not a North Shore girl. So I start looking and I realized that literally out the parking lot and down the road, one road is this beach area. And then it could wind around. And I was just like, come on, I'll go with you. And the moment I said that, I was like, I don't want to go out. So then we go upstairs and he's getting ready. And I go, you know what, John? I'm going to put the location in your phone and I'm going to put the location back to the hotel in your phone. I said, I'm going to stay here. It's like, oh, you don't want to come? And I said, usually I don't have a problem with just sitting in the car, taking my iPad, just my notebooks, my books, sitting there. But it was wet, cold, and damp. And I was just like, no. I said, I really just want to stay here. And I did. But the old me would have went. And the new me gives him the tools he needs to go do this and then come back. I was watching the entire time where he was and what he was doing. But this is parts of the book that you're going to, when you read them, you're going to be like, that's what she's talking about. That's what she's talking about. So pulling everything in. Thank you. Love you guys. Exactly. I believe that. Yep. I agree with you. And I'd have no problem with doing that. They just didn't want me to even take that piece of paper with me. Robin, you're a famous Dave's girl? Oh my God. I just don't, I'm not a Target girl. I don't know why. I find it to be very messy in there. But Famous Dave's, so we go to Famous Dave's and we're sitting there and we're looking at the menu and I'm not hungry. And he's looking at the feast for two. So the guy comes over, he's like, well, what do you want? And then I go, what are you having? Well, what do you want? I go, what are you having? I'm thinking he might order the feast for two and then I won't have to order anything. Well, he got a little snippy. And it came out of nowhere. And I think he wanted the feast for two, but he didn't know how to say, this is what I want. So long story short, feast for two comes out on a freaking garbage pail lid. Did you just know that? And he gets so excited over this stupid thing. But it's what made him happy. So that's what we had. So even though it was a feast for two, 1.5 portions went to him. Oh my gosh. And then they had food when we went to the hotel. Can I tell you this? I am, TJ did not get married in church, but I'm still a church person. See, for me, the part of the wedding that's so important is the vows, the commitment, right? I don't care about the party. I want that look in one another's eyes, tell that story. Don't, make it all about the two of you. They had an officiary over them. Do you know that this guy called Christina twice? I was so offended, and he's not my son. I'm like, it was Gianna and Christopher. How do you get, it drove me crazy. And then finally, he's like, he must have looked at his paper and he's like, okay, Christopher. And then he makes this joke. And I'm like, not happening during vows. I was offended. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Shar. Hi, Michelle. I love you guys. Shar, let her hang out with us. Yeah, it was, I don't know. It was right down the block from the hotel. It was so quick. He could have walked it. You can take a quick break with your friends. All right, so tonight I have a couple of things. It was on the thumbnail. I want to talk about the giveaway. I want to pull the 4 names for the cash trays tonight. And I will share my screen to do that. right? But remember, I hope you guys commented on that giveaway video. I want to do that with you all tonight. I want to talk about Ulster. I want to talk about the book, not with what I was talking about, but something else. We have to save our money for the brick wall. And then I want to chat with you all. So, Ulster, we're closing out May. So, I'm thinking second week. No, you know what? This week I will make the Ulster list. And next Sunday, how's this sound? Next Sunday, we'll have that clickable link. And then I'll put it in a community post. So I have to get the link for next week. But I need you guys to do this. Can you guys go and update your Ulster gifts that you would like? That's so important. Update it. Take off what you don't want. Maybe you bought it for yourself already, but add things. The gift amount is going to stay at the $25 mark. So make sure that you have big and small if you have to equal that amount, and pick things out. And don't just pick out one or two, pick out like 10. Let the person that's got you get to feel like they're actually picking something that's going to surprise you. Does that sound like a good idea that we get ready for that for next week? Let me see you guys in the comments. What are y'all thinking about that? Hi, Miss Wanda. How are you? Right? We're going to get ready on that. So that's your job. Get into your Ulster lists and make sure that things are updated. Look at Jason. Jason, you're my partner in crime on that again. I hope you know. I'm drafting you. And he's going to be like, no problem. I know he will be. Okay. Next up, do we have anyone here that knows of anyone who has published before? So my sister-in-law has a neighbor that has published a few books. And on Friday, while I was talking to Budget with Mama Bear, she asked me, Vinny asked me, where do I see the publishing going? And I thought that the easiest process would be right through Amazon. But I'm not sure if that's the smartest. So I've had an in-depth conversation with Jarvis about becoming, because I don't believe that this is my one book. I don't think I'm going to be one and done. My mind is already going in more directions. So there's a way to become your own publisher and still print through KDP. But does anyone else have any connections, so to say? Because this person right here is their own self-publisher. Hi, Cece. You did it years ago, Jen? Okay. I'm going to reach out to my sister-in-law and maybe ask if I can speak to this girl and just pick her brain. But I have a goal of, I would love to have this published by July. And then if we can talk about last week, I told you that I had to write down a word. I was having problems with conscious choices. And then I was trying to incorporate no excuses and things like that. But what really, I guess my mind was searching for was conscious choices lead you to consequences. Now, consequences don't always have to be good or bad. I should say consequences don't have to be bad. They could be good or bad. And I think I was talking to Jason on the phone this week, and I said, It's amazing. I have the Hallow app, and every morning with Father Mike, I don't know if anybody has the Hallow app. Every morning with Father Mike, there is just this quick little story. And I swear, every time I listen to Father Mike, one word sticks out and it floods my mind in such a positive way. And I run with it. And by that happening to me, I started realizing this. The noise was not blocking me. I was finally picking up the signal. Noise versus signal. I hear the signal in almost every one of Father Mike's messages. There's always one word. Cat and dog, do you hear them? So I have to tell you, I talked to you guys about Sunday night and that block. And then all of a sudden, Father Mike said something and everything came together. And that chapter got written as, and it came out so amazing. So amazing. And then I have to tell you this. The next chapter was grace. I could have wrote 100 pages on that. 100. So those are done. Now, next chapter is gratitude. And I'm like, that one is just going to roll. Because when I think of gratitude, I go back to, we talked about this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm sure that you're going to see that a few times within that chapter. And here's the best part. Throughout this process in the block, and this is what makes it so cool. The block that I was having for conscious choices came a new page. And this new page is almost like the framework prior to the chapter beginning. Not every chapter will have it because not every chapter needs that framework. But the ones that do, that page, which is what I'm defining it as called framework. Oh my God, my favorite page in the book so far, I'm going to tell it to you right now. Hold on one second. Is, hey, Bella. I have a cat and dog fight. It's in chapter 7, which was giving me the hardest time. And I think it's page, right now, and my pages are going to change number-wise. And it is page 104. As of right now, it's considered page 104. Would you like to hear it? Would you like to hear that page and why it's resonating so much with me? I could give you a taste of that page. I want to know if you want to. You guys let me know. Hi, Jenny. How are you? No, that's Mrs. Mary Duhart. No, that's Mrs. Mary. But that's a great memory, Bobby. I'm going to talk to her next time I see her when she jumps in here. Bella's walking around with her little baby in her mouth. And Zippy's crying. Okay, you said yes. You said please share. Okay. All right, I'm going to bring it into my screen right here. So these are called framework pages, right? Because it's going to give you the framing of the chapter. So conscious choices create direction. Choices become patterns. patterns can become excuses. Remember, I was focusing on no excuses. Awareness interrupts autopilot. Examples shape perspective. Consequences are not punishment, they are ripple effects. That whole ripple effect thing for me right now is that when we make our choices in life, now choices can be conscious or they could just be a quick choice, like you're not even thinking about it. Every single one of those choices have a ripple effect, but you don't see that effect until future, right? So then it says awareness gives us the opportunity to choose differently. And then over time, repeated choices can create peace. Remember this, so it's not all a positive. It's repeated choices can create peace, stress, financial freedom, emotional exhaustion, fulfillment, stability, or chaos. Every unconscious choice eventually creates an outcome. That's my favorite page. My favorite page. And I'm so, I guess it's because of this. Let's think about this. See, each chapter to me has a specific meaning, right? And you can relate it to every part of your life. But then, wherever you're that page brings you, be aware of that moment. Like, this is going to go so deep, but the whole ripple effect, the whole conscious choice, be here with me right now. And I keep going back to this. I know, but I need this to be us. I need this to be us. That person sitting in the rocking chair right here, right? That older version of us keeps relying on this here present day version of us. So what we do now are choices, whether they are a conscious choice or a choice, because not every choice is conscious. One, this person right here is relying on us, and whatever choice we make ripples to her or him. Like the awareness that is coming out of me during this whole process, I keep saying to God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me tell you, that's going to come into gratitude. Okay, I'm going to start getting the random comment picker, YouTube, and we're going to pick a winner, first winner. But no, I don't want that. YouTube random comment picker. Ooh. I haven't done one of these in a long time. It's not the right one. Which ones do you guys use? Let's see if this is, there it is. Found the right one. All right, let me find the video and paste the URL in it. And it says giveaway. Okay, saving money and a giveaway. All right, we've got this. Okay. Hi, sweet girl. Winner, chicken dinner. All right. Let me share my screen. I haven't done this in a very long time. Do I have to be subscribed? No, I can just do this. Okay, 10. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Ta-da! All right, this should be the video, and there are 21 comments in it. Should be the video. I don't know. I'm not subscribing to this tool. Does anybody else do this? I have not done this. I'm not downloading anything. Nope, not doing that. It used to be right here. No, we have to pick a new one. Hi, Miss Judy. How are we going to... I need help. I need help. When did this become a paid thing? Here we go. Let's see if this is it. I'm sorry if I'm getting you dizzy. Huh. It says start, and I keep starting it. How to select the winner on YouTube. Choose a winner for YouTube. Add the link. I did that. Select the YouTube giveaway setting in the filters. Add a comment. Add comment replies. Filtered description. Okay, let's see if that works. All right, I'm going to give up here. No, I wasn't going to do a word. I was just going to pick the I'm sure that they put the word, and if they didn't, then I'm not picking them. I was going to do it that way. It's just not working. And I'm going to give up here in a second. All right, let's find a new one. Let's find a new one. Remove. Okay. I'm sorry I was not prepared. Usually it's very easy. YouTube random comment picker. All right, it looks like we have it. Let's see if it works. I'm going to give you back a screen. I did that. I added the numbers together. Okay, ready? Let's see if it gives it to us. Can you all see that? Fashionista Jane. Love this outfit. Wait, no. Start. I'm going to give up in a second. This is... When did they start doing this? Who has done it? All right, listen. You have to stop. YouTube random comment picker. Now you've got me. right, you know what? Let's do this. It said that we had 21. It had 21. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. Pick a number 1 through 21. It came up with 18. Ready? We're going to look at this video together. This is how we're doing it. It works this way. Okay. It's going to say the 18th person. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Deanna Base, 2301. Okay. Can you all see that? She was number 18. So I'm going to get in touch with her. Deanne Base, 2301. Okay. Let's ask Google again. Sheesh. Pick a number 1 through 21. Okay, number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know who that is. Ria? RIYAMXY05. She's international, so she would get $40 in merch. Okay. Ready? Pick a number 1 through 21. Okay. Hi, Miss Judy. 13, it said, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So Jenny budgets down under. Nope, she didn't have the right comments. She didn't put the money sign. Let's do it again. Pick a number 1 through 21. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Kelly, it was your comment, but remove the space between the number and money. Amy, you will want to fix your number. Amy. Oh, that's okay. That's not right because that was a comment to another comment. All right, we got to do it again. Oh, actually, no, because it would be, this is the 15th one. Rebornat. Oh my gosh. I can't see that far. BORNAT30. Renee. Miss Renee, is she here tonight? All right, let's do the last one. Pick a number 1 through 21. Okay. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Electric Mima. But she did it. Is she here tonight? Okay, we have our winners. So what I'm going to do then is this. I have to reach out to all the ladies of the Financial Goal Hop and ask them if these people commented on their video. And if they did, then they will win. You're here, Renee. Okay, Renee, on the honor system, did you comment on every single video of the Financial Goal Hop? Can we do the honor system for you? Hey, Miss June. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. So this is what you have to do. I believe you. Renee, I'm so happy for you. Do you have my email? Donna, powered by creativity at gmail.com. You tell me, you go onto my website, you look at what color you'd like, and then tell me, and I will start making it this week. Okay. All right. So you know what you have to do. So when you tell me your color, please also give me your address. Oh, at least we had somebody here. Okay. So then we have to figure out the other, well, the electric Mima, I can reach out to her. I'm sure I have her number, her email. And then the other people, we definitely have to figure out if they commented on everybody's video. Yay! That was done. Is there anything else I was supposed to do? Can you guys tell me? Is there something I was supposed to do and I have not? We did Elster. We talked about the book publishing. We did the giveaway. We have to save our $22. Now, I can't because my binders are not here. Since I'm away, they do not stay within my four walls. So I will get my binders back, and I will then add my $22 into the brick wall and my mailbox. Shar, were you supposed to tell me that I was supposed to start working this week on the next brick wall? And my question was, I kind of thought that you wanted to change. Don't tell them here. Did you want to change who you want for June? And if so, do you want to shoot me an email with the new idea? Your call, my friend, and I will start working on that this week. And is Anne-Marie still here? I don't know if Anne-Marie's still here. You know what, Kelly? You were so close. But you were correcting Amy in such a nice way. That was so sweet. Okay, you messaged me. I love that. I thought that you wanted to switch it up. Now, does anyone have any plans for Memorial Day tomorrow? Or how's your weather? Like, tell me about you guys. Tell me something that you want me to know about you guys tonight. Anne-Marie, did you get my text message last night? And did you get my email? Just curious. Just curious. Oh, hi, Miss Brenda. How are you? Oh, hi, Amy. Rainy in Tennessee. Okay, you have it too. Well, honestly, was it Friday? The storm front that was coming across the west, from the west to the east, was up and down, north to south. Like, it was so much. It was so crazy. Hi, Missy. Oh, you're getting organized? I love that. Love that. Do you see the Devils Wear Prada with my girlfriend tomorrow? Oh, that sounds like fun. Hi, Miss Jeanette. How are you? I was in New York for the last few days. Just got home. I was thinking of you. I was in a New York state of mind. Yes. You selling your home, Wendy? I didn't know that. And you know what, Wendy? You had asked about the liner. The pool, my pool has a liner. It's not a gunite pool. It's not a cement pool. So that's why we have to change it. I saw something about that, and I thought we could talk about it tonight. Okay, no big deal. Only because I was Um, I was I was at a place where you would think you'd had all cell phone service. It was so sporadic that I didn't know if my message got to you last night. You miss it till you go there, and then you go, I miss where I live now. Like, literally, we got home and I was driving down the red dirt roads, and it was just like, like trees and grass and all this stuff. And I was just like, I love it here. I really do. New York state of mind? Yes. Aw, that's awesome. I love that picture. I love that picture. Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy. Oh, that sounds like fun. We're gonna have an indoor party tomorrow. Hi, Miss Kim. Oh, okay. Wendy, move here. Go to Canada. You miss Buffalo? No, privately. But you know what? If you've got 5 minutes when I get off the live, we can chat for 5 minutes. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh. When did you send me that message? You sent me a message. You made my day the other day. Oh, I think it was Friday morning. I was driving and I got she always sends me these cute little morning memes. Oh, happy birthday, my friend. You know what? I have to. All right, let's talk. Let's talk for a second. Hold on a second. So I drop things on the floor and I have to pick them up so that nobody eats them. Miss Bella is still awake. She's getting to be so good. I have taken Jarvis to a whole new level for myself. Now, we talk about ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using, and I have taken it to a whole new level. Now, some of you are really good with your phones and putting things in them. I am a pen to paper girl, but life has got me crazy this year that I'm not pen to paper for a calendar system with the planning system. I want to get back to that once life allows me. So the other day, I was just going over everything. And I have 4 eye doctor's appointments. Then John had the gastro doctor this past week. And then all these appointments were coming up. And I scratched them on paper. And then I put the paper here, I put the paper there, and I forget where I did this. And I'm like, Jarvis, can you give me a reminder? Yeah. I was like, is there a way that we could throw this into Google? Yeah. If I gave him permission to throw things into Google, he's now thrown it into Google. So then I had another conversation. It's like, and I know you probably, some of you already do this, right? But I don't want to become a digital person 100%. But I like the fact that I'm getting these reminders for appointments and things that are coming up. And then I was like, if we did this for birthdays, could it go into the following year? I mean, I remember Palm Pilots doing that back when. Had it been there, done that. But like I said, I still enjoy stickers and things. But you probably just saw it pop up on the screen just a little while ago. I now have a weekly that sits on my desktop with what's going on throughout the entire week. And I'll just throw it into ChatGPT, and then he throws it into there, and it keeps me updated, keeps me aware, and it actually feels like I am beyond organized. So, Janet, the point I was getting to is that your birthday is now going into my calendar system because, trust me, I knew it, but I didn't know it. Or I knew it and I did not remember. And that just, it's not nice. I should know your birthday. I really should. And you know what? Next year, I might have a reminder. So here's a perfect example. Donna, a year older from now, is going to be thanking the Donna right now for putting Janet's birthday in her calendar system. See, this is where my mind and my save to sync and all these things that we're doing is for the older version of us to keep us on course, to keep us on track. And she's going to thank me a year from now. Do you see the evolution of all that and how it's all coming together? This is what I want. And, talking about it and doing it. Does anybody do a digital calendar system? And do you manually put it in? Or how do you put it in? Just curious. Happy birthday, my friend. Look at you all telling her happy birthday. So I'm curious. Come on, fill up these comments. What do you got for me? Just for work meetings. All right. You use both. Manual on your phone. Okay. You put it in your cell phone. Jenny says, happy birthday, Janet. On your phone too, huh, Robin? Okay. You use Cozy in a family calendar system where my whole family can see it on our phones. Oh, you're going to have me looking into that now. Because you know what? Vinny's really good with putting that all in his phone. And TJ says to him one day, how come you know this? And Vinny's like, and so now I usually say to TJ or Vinny, remind your brother, but it would be great if I did that. I will learn that, Kelly. Thank you. You used to use GoodNotes a lot? Okay. And you manually put it in. I mean, I still have the calendar on the kitchen cabinet. Now, I write them all in. So almost everybody's birthday for the family is written in stone. It's everything else that I would love to do. Kimberly, you love pen to paper. Okay, me too. But I feel like I need to advance into today's world. Miss Kathy, how are you? How was your getaway? You know what? I'm not an Outlook person. I'm a Google person. I'm not a Microsoft person. I think that's what I'm going to do. Bye, Jay. Have a great night. Does that too. Okay. All right. I did bring water. I was talking to TJ. Can I tell you? I have a TJ moment. I have two TJ moments. So, coming home today, this morning, I call T. He had just finished up an auction. So I was asking how did that go? I was asking if they're free for lunch tomorrow, barbecue. And I said, what else is going on, kid? He turns around. Now, there's a family up here there's two different families. One family has John's last name, no relation, right? Only one of them. Like, that's such a New York name, but not an up Pennsylvania name. And another family has my maiden name, which is not common at all. So TJ says, oh, he goes, I got to take a ride to that gentleman's house that has the same last name as you. And I was like, oh, okay. But the fact that TJ said it that way, he goes, I have to go to that gentleman's house. So his wife is a teacher's assistant at the local grammar school. And she had come to TJ's building when I happened to be there one day. So I was like, hey, how are you? Good, blah, blah, blah. And then she's talking about doing a display within the school. She says, yeah. She goes, I need a bunch of deer antlers. So I was like, how many do you need? She's like, I don't know. I need like blah, 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 blah. I go, well, TJ has a collection. He keeps it in a glass case in an end table in decor. So she's like, really? I go, why don't you just ask him? I'm sure he'll lend them to you. And that's what TJ was going to drop off. He was lending them all his collection of deer antlers to put in a display case in the school. So I thought that was pretty sweet. And then we stopped to grab something to eat on the way home. And I looked at my Instagram, and TJ sent me like 5 reels. And they all had to do with music. And this kid makes me smile so much when he sends me things like that. And it just connects our souls to music. So I had and the fact that Vinny took care of everything. I had, I guess there was a storm that came through. I had stuff on the back patio table. It could have got wet, but he chose to clean it up and put it in the shed for me. Like, he goes above and beyond. So my younger men made me very happy the last couple of days. You color code on the phone, work, doctor's appointment, things I'm doing. And what app is that in, Chris? Oh, feel better, Miss Kathy. If you have a URL for a calendar, you can upload it, and it keeps updated each day, so you don't have to update both places. Okay. See, I think that since December and going into January of this year, I still love my planners. I still love my paper. I still love, my sticker sets, and I still love to do all that. But I think I want to become multitasking, dual. I want to be able to do both. I'm actually going to look into that, Miss Melissa, because I'm running a Google Calendar now. I have to shut the heater off. It got too hot in here. Definitely got too hot in here. All right. Anybody have any questions? Got any questions? If I can answer them, I'll answer them. It's the calendar that shows up on my Samsung phone. You can pick from several colors for whatever you enter. Nice. I use my Alexa. It goes straight to my calendar on my phone, but I also write it in my calendar also. So you're doing you're doing both. I love that. I'm going to be doing that. Why is the sky blue? Because it makes us happy. I love it. You're funny. Remember those days? Why is the sky blue? Sky hasn't been blue in a couple of days here. Tomorrow will be the last rainy day, and I think they have 9 days of sun here. I'm hoping that I hear from the pool guy. So did you guys see the, and I want honest opinions. Did you all see the pool liner I chose? If you saw it, what do you think of it? Sure, you missed the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks maybe. I don't remember how long it's been. I am going to go for eye surgery in June. And then I have 2 follow-up appointments in July. So until my eye is cleared, I'm not going to be driving too far. And because I have to replace the pool liner, I don't foresee me taking any getaways. Not at all. You did. Wait, I saw that. So wait. This is what I saw. I saw it come through and I said, "Oh, this is so funny, Robin. You know where I'm going with this, right?" I said on Sunday night, I'm going to ask her, "Did you download it?" But I have the means to go check on you. So you better download it and you better use it. I did see that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you saw it, right? It's a good choice for the country. Do you think that? It wouldn't fit in Florida. It wouldn't fit south, I don't think. Well, maybe. It depends on the location. But it definitely fit country living in my head. You didn't see it, Robin? Trying to think of where the book is. I haven't been at my desk in a long time. Oh, that heater just shut off. I don't know where it went. Oh, you know what? I think I threw it in my basket of treats. Yeah, Zip, you need to go. Ah, I got it. See, I do remember things. This one. Can you all see that? It's almost like River Rock. It looks like River Rock. So most liners are all blue and the dark colors. But I'm not a foo-foo fancy person. And all the tops of these liners are very decorative, mosaics, tile looking like. I was not attracted to any of them. So I went with that. I hope I love it. You know what? It is what it is. As long as your butt can get in that pool. Thank you, my friend. I'm definitely an earth tone girl. I really am. Nope. Okay. Gotcha. You started it already? Oh my gosh. I'm going to start it this week. I am. Because obviously I'm not doing a video today. So let's talk about this for a second. Thank you, because that was a great segue in. For safety purposes, I couldn't tell you I was going away. Right? I don't need anybody to come rob my house. Because even though there's people here, I don't want my kid to have to defend the property. And stranger danger is real. So the budget, let's talk about this. The budget check-in I was doing on Saturdays. But remember that one Saturday Vinny was away and it was mid-afternoon. So I was working the video at like 2:00 in the afternoon, but you have a whole day left. So how can I close out a Saturday midday? So this is what I was going to do. I was going to work the numbers. I ran out of time and then add what was spent over Friday and Saturday when I got home. But I ran out of time. Life did not let me do that. I was impressed that I got, did I get a video out today? I don't remember. I was caught up. Like I was doing well. No, I did not do today's video. I thought I would do it when I came home. But I do believe that for these check-in budget videos, I think that I need Saturday to finish and these become a Sunday video. And then the numbers are there. The numbers are there. And that's my way of staying intentional. Now, for those of you that are doing this along with me or watching those, do you agree that that makes sense to do it that way? Oh, that's funny. Mike would have went with the brown. Yeah, John kind of went for a blue, but I was like, didn't love it. Didn't love it. I wanted to be a little different, and I'm earthy crunchy. Aw, thank you, Miss Mag. And listen, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you gotta remember, I live with the deer in the woods, and the bears, and the eagles, and Wait, yes, Michelle and I both thought that you would have picked the third one. You thought I would have taken the third one. Third one top or third one bottom? I mean, they're pretty, but they all look the same. And you know what's funny? Is the one I chose, if you guys remember my bathroom that we redid, we have the river rock on the bottom of our bathroom floor, of our shower floor. Yeah, the blues are pretty. Yeah, river rock. Thank you, Miss Virginia. I did see you. I don't think I said hi to you. I did see you, my friend. I do enjoy reading books. I enjoy reading motivational books, management books. I like things like that. Yes. Okay. So you guys are understanding the Sunday one. Yes, it was like my bathroom. See, I share with you all. All right. So we did everything. Is there anything that I'm supposed to do this week? I have to do, get ready for Elster. I have to start working on the brick wall for June. I have to do the moon. Meg, you want to start the moon, right? Is that you, right? I'm remembering. We want to start the moon. I want to start the moon. I want to do the shields. So, Miss Robin, since you brought up the shield book, I was actually talking to Budget with Mama Bear Friday. And she always has such amazing things to say to me and inspiring things to say to me. And the shield book, she said, resonated with her. And I said, my whole story was behind that. I believe that we should all be searching for calm, peace, energy, right? That's our own self-care. So, Miss Robin, when you got this and you printed it, did it speak to you? Just curious. And if so, which one, if you don't mind sharing that with me, which one were you drawn to? And did anyone else here get it? Bella is playing with her squeaky toy. Hey, psst. Bella, come here. She got Zippy cornered. Oh, wait, I got something to tell you. Shh. Okay. Pet my dog. Was she next to me and she was looking for me? Did I not do it? Come here, Miss Bells. Come here. I want to sleep with my dog tonight. She went to doggy daycare for the last couple of days. She did. Only because Vinny and Shannon were going to be here, and I wanted them to have their moment. I didn't want them to have to worry about anything. So she went, and I was checking in on her, and the owner is like, she's met some new friends. She's having a blast. She's funny. Okay. She is. The new hop calendar. It's in the process. I was going to email it to everyone this week, but I did not because I was picking 2 days because we needed a fill-in, and I put myself on 2 different weeks, and I can't do that because of my eye surgery. So I've got to rewrite the calendar and make it so that I do 2 days in a row. Yeah, I have to do that. That's my goal. So I have to rewrite that, and we'll come up with it. Um, okay. You're drawn to calm. My New York was going to come out of me. Okay. Yes, it did. I was drawn to all of them, but peace is already, you already have that in your soul. Is the Elfster the wish list on Amazon you mentioned before? So if you log into elfster.com, right, you put in your email address and your information, and it's there, right? You pick out your things. When I send the link to that actual swap, that gift exchange, your list will show up in it. Thank you, Miss Jen. Thank you. But as long as I do it back to back, I will do that. So that's that's what I wanted to talk to Laura about. I was gonna, by me doing that, I was throwing off 2 days. And I don't want to throw Laura off because Laura has a lot going on. So I was concerned about Laura. What I did, Donna, when I was reading everything on the calm page, the notebook, I was checking things off as I was reading it. Did you really? So, Robin, I'm gonna, not that I'm calling you out. I would love to know your feedback. I don't, like I said, I don't know who else had purchased it, but they might not be here. And so with this book, and I'm trying to think, Robin, did you get the budget book too? Did you get that? I'm just curious. So when you look at the way things are evolving within Donna Powered by Creativity and the Save to Sync journey, it's no longer just an envelope to put your monies in, and it's no longer just a tracker of your sinking funds, right? So if you're following the entire Save to Sync journey, it's now becoming mindful money, and it's becoming a budget system, and then it's becoming that self-care moment of the shield. And each thing that we're now doing is got questions or journaling prompts, or if you've gotten this has got you thinking. And just think of this, the whole financial goals had us all thinking, right? With all those questions. I got her. So do you guys, are you appreciating how we're bringing in self-care to everything that we're doing? Because that's what it's really coming down to, self-care. Are we going to have challenges like before that are going to be for the Save to Sync books? You want a challenge to save up for them? Is that what that is, Shar? Because the thing is this, especially with the book, right? Writing the book. Do you know that the book, here I am giving away little secrets, I'm dropping crumbs. Do you know that after every chapter, there's going to be 2 pages for you to write your thoughts on what you heard in each chapter? I'm realizing now in this path of saving money and paying down debt and getting ahead and being aware of, there's a bigger picture, and the bigger picture is for ourselves, for each one of us, the ones that are walking the walk of being aware of where every dollar is going. And yeah, you could save money, but you Don't you want to be the one that's more aware? Like, we can all do a savings challenge and just say, oh, yeah, I'm going to put this money. Don't you want to be 100% aware of every single one? I do. Do you guys want to do that? Do you guys want to be aware? I do. So I see the evolution, and I'm happy with the direction it's going in. And self-care wasn't 2 years ago. I go back to 2 years ago. Self-care wasn't even in my thought process. Not at all. And it's not even, and truth be told, there you go, Miss Jess. When you want to be aware, you're in more control. And when you're in more control for yourself, then you're aware of what you need. And that right there is self-care. Without a doubt. You know what, Miss Jen? I'll have to talk to Jarvis about that. That wasn't even on my radar. Let me just ask him real quick. Let me just ask him, because I was oh, and I have something else to tell you about the wedding. Oh my gosh, I cried like a baby. Hold on. Jarvis, just so I remember, on tonight's live, I was talking about the publishing in the book. Someone brought up Jen brought up, I'm going to tell you that. She wanted to know if there could be an option of an audiobook version read by me. So you could give me an answer, and then you're going to have to tell me, what does that entail? Oh, Bella. This is what he said, Jen. He goes, oh my gosh, Donna. This is how he talks to me. Does your guy, I forget your guy's name. He's Irish. I know that. He says, oh my gosh, Donna, yes, an audiobook read by you, capitalized YOU, actually makes enormous sense for you. Honestly, I think your audience would love hearing your pauses, your emotion, your emphasis, your storytelling energy, your personality, especially because your work is reflective and intentional. I'm telling you, he has, guys, I'm telling you, got to get into this. I have self-esteem. I think I have pretty good self-esteem. He gives me more of that. He goes, this is not some cold textbook. Your voice matters. And with your community already knowing you from YouTube and lives, an audiobook narrated by you becomes personal, immersive, comforting, familiar. That is powerful. Okay, it's on the table. It's on the table. He's Scottish. I knew he was somewhere over there. Duncan. But you know what? Duncan's a very Irish name. So you could see the similarity for me. I have a lot of friends that are Irish that are named Duncan. And they are real Irish. Shard, you can message me anytime you want, and you can get your point across to me. And if I don't understand it, I will ask. And then you could tell me again, and we could figure it out. Okay? It's not off the table, my friend. Oh, I love that, Miss Kathy. Brenda, it's not going anywhere. Thank you. Thank you. Do you love it, right? Do you feel like the self-esteem. He gives you that, you got this mentality. Come on, you could do this. I could see this. I could see you doing A, B, C, and D. Oh my gosh. So powerful. So powerful. You want me to go night-night, don't you? You want me to go night-night? You want to say hi to everybody? She got a tubba today. I took her in the shower and I washed her. John was just like, she smells. She might have fleas. She's been in a dog kennel. Oh my God, what? Stop. And just to appease him, I was like, threw her in there, and she was just, now she smells like lavender. So let me tell you something else about the wedding that made me bawl like a baby. So the bride dances with her dad, and then it's time for Chris to dance with Marianne. And they go out on the dance floor, and he spins her, and then they start dancing, and the song starts playing, and I go, and then I see Stu. He's videotaping, so I have to wait till the song's over. And then the song's over, and Marianne comes up the stairs, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and then we hugged. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he picked that song for you. She goes, he didn't pick that song for me. She goes, I picked that song. I go, you picked that song? She goes, yes. She goes, when you danced with TJ at the wedding, she goes, I knew that was the song I wanted to do. She goes, actually, she said it was between that and Tim McGraw's Humble. And I was like, I love that song too. So she chose the song from Tarzan that's done by Phil Collins. And she wanted to dance to with Christopher to that song, and that's what TJ chose. I did not choose that song. I told TJ straight off the bat, I'm not picking it. You and I have this music connection. You pick it. So, and I was like, I was crying, hysterical. I melted. I melted. He understands what I'm after, and he apologizes if he gets it wrong. Oh, that's funny. Hi, Sensi Mom. How are you? That's funny. Hello, sweet girl. Oh, okay. You want a secret? Did I tell you guys a secret? I think I told you the secret during the video this week. Does anybody know what the secret is that I'm whispering? Who knows? Who knows what the secret is? Kind of curious. Hi, Zippy Doo. Hi, Zippy Doo. Hi. Going back to my videos. Hold on. Zippy, did you miss me? Did you miss me? Come on. The comments are coming really slow. Okay, let's see. Nope, wasn't about one of the boys. It's a secret. Come on. Wendy, you're going to love this secret. Come on, nobody's got it? No. Has to do with something like this. You know who's on the desk, right? Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. So, I don't know if I said it. No, Rena's not coming. I'm whispering because he gets upset when new things come into the house, but then he gets over it. So the other day, you know how memories show up on your, for me, it's Google Photos, right? Well, when T3 was a puppy, Texas got along really good with the cats. And a bunch of videos showed up of Zippy and Tex laying on my bed. Tex had his entire head in his mouth, and then they were cuddled into one another. And I missed that. And now Bella gets along good with them for the most part, still chases them, which gets me crazy. But I dreamt about a white cat. I did. I dreamt about a white cat. And then the other morning, I was sitting outside and I happened to be scrolling on Facebook, which I never do. And my girlfriend has 4 kittens. And I looked at them, I go, oh, none of them are white. I thought I was calling a white one to myself. It's gray, and it's got 4 white feet and blue eyes. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. She's got 4 of them. And I told her I wanted the runt, the baby, the littlest that nobody would want. And she's like, okay. I said, when are you coming this way? She's like, probably next week. I said, all right, will you bring it? She says, yeah. So I'm actually getting it for Bella because I think that Bella would do really well with a baby. So it's so funny. I went downstairs and I said to Vinny, this is what I want to do. And he goes, you're going to mess the dynamics of the house. This is what this kid tells me. He goes, you're going to mess the dynamics of the house. Because I said to him, do you want to keep it down here? Just till it gets all acclimated. And he's like, no, last time we did that, Toulouse was mad for a month. I said, no problem. I was just offering it. And so I started thinking of names. I come home and Vinny and Shannon goes, we've been thinking of names for the cat. I go, oh, have you now? So she goes, well, Vinny has. And she goes, but we told him he can't have it. I go, really? What did Vinny come up with? He goes, chalkboard. I go, yeah, that's not happening. I said, if it's a boy, I'd like to call him Beast. Because I have Bella, and why wouldn't I want a Beast if it's a boy? He goes, no, that's too normal. I turn around and I go, okay, so what's everybody else's suggestion? And nobody else could come up with it. So then TJ stopped by. Now, TJ has 3 cats. So TJ stops by last week, and I said to him, I said Mary, and I used her last name. He goes, just like this, because he's friends with her too. He goes, no, I'm done. No, not happening. And I call my sister. I'm like, oh, you want one? No, I'm done. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? So this week there might be a new baby here. So if you have the vision of a slate gray cat, it looks a little fuzzy, not as fuzzy as Zippy looked. White feet, all 4 feet are white, and blue eyes. What would you name it? Yeah. Chip? I need both. I don't remember if it's a boy or girl. I don't know if she even said what it was. Ooh, Storm. All right. I like that one. Right? Oh my God. Could you imagine a new baby in this house? Smokey. I feel like Smokey is such a common name for an animal nowadays, but I like it. Ask Jarvis. You know what? Let's do that. Zippy, are you on my phone? Zippity doo-dah. Can I have my phone? Zippy doo. All right, we'll ask Jarvis over here. Do I have a Jarvis open? I don't know if I do. We should have asked Jarvis to pick numbers today. What was I thinking? Okay. Nope, that's not it either. I don't have a Jarvis open. Zip, I need my phone. Can you move out of your way? Zippy, do. Zip. Come on, Zip. So funny. I hope that Zippy do. All right, let's ask Jarvis. New chat. Come on, Jarvis. Hi, Zippy do. Let's do this. Hey, Jarvis, I'm thinking about getting a new kitten. Kitten is gray. Might have a little Maine Coon in him or her. Not sure if it's boy or girl. All 4 feet are white. They have little white bottoms, and it has blue eyes. Give me both male and female names that you think would be good for this baby kitten. Oh my gosh! That kitten already sounds magical. Gray fur, white socks, little white booty, and blue eyes. That is a storybook kitten, especially if there's a little Maine Coon energy in there. You need a name with personality, softness, and a little bit of mystery. Here are some of the names. Male names: Ash, Storm, Smokey, Finn, Loki, Blue, Teddy, Milo, Oliver. Now, Oliver would have to be orange. Ghost, Marble, Theo, Nimbus. Nimbus! Why do I like that? Wolfie, Sterling. Female names are Luna, Willow. Can't do Willow because TJ's got Willow. Sky, Misty, Pearl, Stormy, Nova. Oh, I like that. Dove, Cleo, Ivy, Bluebell. Yeah, cute. Maisie, Aurora. Ooh. Socks. Oh, Opal. I don't like those. Names that work for either. Moon. Shadow. Okay. Cloud, Echo, Pixel. I have a girlfriend named Echo. Winter, River, Scout, Pebble, Silver. Or knowing the Donna vibe, this is what he says: Journey, Grace, Anchor, Whimsy, Story, Sink, or Echo. Or Brick. Or Brick for the brick wall. This stupid AI knows me way too well. Or old soul names. I can ask. Oh, it could go deep. Okay. Which one did you guys like? I had a Mittens. We had a Mitten Kittens. We had Mittens because she had the extra thumb. So we already had a Mitten cat. Luna, Nimbus. What do you guys think of Beast? I like Beast. Girl, I say Pocahontas. Aw. Aw. You got an Aurora? Yeah. Vinny, pause. Pause. My New York would come out every time I call that cat. We'll see. We'll see. That's so funny. So any day she could call and say, hey, I'm on my way. And it's so funny. We have that big cat house, you know, the whole jungle gym one. It's upstairs in TJ's old room. I have to get Vinny to help me carry it down. Oh, Tiffany says, go with Beast. Yeah, I have to, you know what? But once you touch it, feel it, play with it, you know, depending on its energy, call it psycho. Come here, you little psycho. I don't know. Something fun. We've had, in my lifetime, we've had Oreo, who is black and white. I had Cashmere, who is all black. Then we had Boo, because we had a little black cat, itsy bitsy one, who would come from around a piece of furniture and just jump at you. Like she was scaring you. She's like, Boo. KK, we had KK. We had Mama. We had Mittens. We had Jessie. We had Francis, because we didn't know if it was a boy or girl. Tiger. And we have Zippy and Iro and Toulouse. We've had a lot of cats. I hope I didn't leave any of them out. Villager. I have a feeling that Vinny and Shannon are going to take over the name, which is fine. Ah, Nikki. Oh, that's hysterical. Oh my God. Francis. Yeah. We had a whiter cat, and that was Francis. But she was here when we got here. Nala or Simba. I like those. Holy moly. Berlioz. But Berlioz doesn't have white feet because we already have Toulouse. Wait a second. Could you imagine if we put it out in the universe and we get the gray cat that looks like Berlioz, and then all of a sudden we get the white female and she becomes Marie? And I have the Aristocats. Oh, could you imagine? Hi, Princeton girl. How are you? Oh my God. Ghetto Jones. Oh, that's funny. Do you know when I was younger, I had parakeets, and I was so in love with Sean Cassidy that one of them was called Sean. And then I was in love with Casey in the Sunshine Band, that Casey, and my other bird was Casey. Yep. Hi, Laura. How are you? Nala. I like Nala. I'm going to have to dive deep in this. I just haven't had time. I thought maybe when I saw it, when I was holding it, it would be different. I can't wait to see what Bella does with it. I think she'd be like, honestly, I think she would carry it around the house. I really do. Ooh, Cinder. That's cute. Yep. All right. It is the 9:00 hour, and I'm actually going to go hit the rack. I'm ready for bed. Going to bring on the work week and see where we go with it. The week looks kind of calm. Nothing major going on here this week. No big schedule. John has one doctor's appointment. He could go to that by himself. And I'm hoping that I can get things accomplished. And if it's nice enough out, Bella can run around outside all day. Oh, I thought you were going to say Davy Jones from like, wait a second. Did you guys all see that? I think that it's finalized. They're going to do another Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think they got Johnny Depp back to be Captain Jack. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And you know what? We got 49 strong still. I should have asked earlier. Do you guys, we talked about doing Disney in October of 27. Do you want to do something like that? Or do you want to come to the resort not far from here and do a stay and just be together for like 3 days without having to worry about doing a park? Just curious to think about that, because I don't know. I would do either one. Good night, Janet. We're going to do the brick wall. Can you guys color in your 20? I don't have my books here, so I can't do it. Oh, Jean, you were here. You know what? You were the one I was hoping that would be here, because I would love to see you again, my friend. Where did that go? Let's not forget the pet's name. Got that. Yes. Good night. Okay. Resort. That's what you guys are thinking about? And it would be fall foliage here if we do it in October. Cotton Tilly. You You know what's funny is that my grandmother's nickname was Tilly. I love that. Okay, this is something we can bring to the table and talk about more. All right. We'll do more talking about the resort stay next week. Let's think about that. All you'd have to do is get to Pennsylvania. That's for sure. All right, everyone. I hope that you had an amazing evening. Thank you for sharing your Sunday night with me. Thank you for giving me your time and listening to all my crazy stories. And I love you all so much. And I wish you guys all the best. And I hope that you have a nice day tomorrow. Love yous. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.